cue. Right on
Awesome.
cue.
I just
Hello,
said,
hello. Right on cue. We are live.
hello, everyone, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Journeys from Lagos to Brooklyn. As I choked to death.
Whoa.
You know what?
Yikes.
My,
Whoa.
my greedy
What was
backside is
that?
over here in orange. And you know, oh, that was great. Awesome. Way to
That
start.
was, yes, that was,
So today we have a special guest with us. Her name is Shy Morris. Shy Morris is an educator. Everybody loves a teacher. She also is a broadcaster, so this should be fun. And it's three ladies to our one super bud.
It's gonna take all of us to get him. Good God.
Yay.
I love it.
Before we get started and we play catch up, since you're just joining the show, why don't you take a couple of moments, Shy, just to introduce yourself to us and our viewers to let us know who you are.
Yes, I'm Shy. I'm from Brooklyn,
Woo-hoo.
and I'm here, born and raised, and I'm a home attendant. I'm a mom. I love dancing and singing and being being myself and just being part of the community and just talking about any and everything and just I don't know, just whatever.
Okay, so I'm
Just
gonna help
having
you out
fun.
a little bit because you're being a little modest. So I know that you are a super dancer and singer on Likey, and that people can find you. You got excellent branding because you are Shy Morris on everything. I love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah.
Let me just say that Miss Morris was recently I saw her live with Major Hype this week.
Really?
So yeah. I didn't want to tell you that. So you gotta tell us how that all happened before we get into our meat and potatoes.
Yeah, I'm recently divorced and he has a dating show. So I took a chance and I wanted to go on a date. So every Monday and Thursdays, I believe. So you take a chance and you go up onto his dating thing and he matches you with someone and
Really?
you just yeah
Donatella?
I
yeah
think,
and
but
just
he needs to match himself first.
yeah no
I
well
think he
he's
tried and it
healing.
didn't work out. So
Yeah, he's
he's
healing
healing.
I,
according
Yeah.
I,
to
He
I
needs a
love him.
minute.
yeah
I'm a big
yeah
fan of his. I love him since even
he's
before that.
healing. He's healing. And so he's awesome. He's awesome. But it didn't work out
Oh,
and
so
that's okay
you
though.
actually you had the date already?
Yeah, but the guy did was not for me. I'm not for him is what he said. So it didn't work. That didn't work. So maybe in the
Really?
future. So
And you
something
know,
else.
I admire you because I sit back and complain about being single, but I don't date online because I attract nothing but crazies and I'm scared of getting catfished.
Yeah.
And I just no.
Mm-mm.
I don't handle rejection well. So
Right.
if someone said to me, "Oh, you're not for me," I would be like, "What do you mean I'm not for
Okay. Right.
Might have
Well,
to give him something
it
in
just wasted you a whole lot of time, money, and aggravation. So
Right.
that's the good way to look at it.
Right.
hand." Nice.
But we tried having a dating game
It
at
went it
me
was
and
people
Donzara
responded
for
well.
Valentine's Day. Yes. It went very well.
Oh.
It was a lot of fun. Yes, the hardest part was getting the men. Men are so hard to nail down and to commit to dating. I think because there's excess, you know, of women, I
They don't
should
want to put
say.
they're not
You
trying to
Right.
put
know,
their business in the street. Are
Well,
you
yeah,
that
Oh.
kidding
they
me?
Ayana
yeah,
was
they don't
pretty
exactly.
evasive. It was pretty evasive.
Come on, man. Like that ain't no rocket science reason
Yeah.
why.
We had and can I tell you that the Buckster threw in religion as one of the questions. We were
Yeah,
um
you
pairing
gotta date
people.
someone you're kind of
Not
Like,
really, because a Muslim could fall in love with a Christian and maybe
Oh
somebody
man,
convert.
You know
No.
the arguments at the dinner table. I mean, you're just setting them up for a
It's
whole
like a
bunch of
Democrat
headache.
and a
A whole
Republican.
exactly.
Don't
Yeah.
Like,
do it.
don't do
Don't
Yeah.
it.
do
Don't
it.
That's
just
too, but
let them know
it's
what they're
too
dealing with.
granular.
Right.
The questions were too, the questions were pretty in depth, and if a
Yeah.
person answered them honestly, then there might be a chance. We did have one really good looking couple that connected, that looked like they had a ball. I would love
Right.
Yes,
to see where they are a year
yes.
later.
I would love to ask him. He's a friend of ours too. Actually, a friend of Brother Joe's more so than anything. And they came. They had their date. They looked like they had a really good time. They stayed
Yeah,
all night.
they look like
And of
a
course,
couple.
we paid for dinner, so that was the good thing about it. We paid for their whole tab, and it was on us. You know, we were trying to make a love connection. So I'm
So
sure we're
about your
gonna do it
food will make
again.
somebody fall in love. Your food will make
Right.
somebody fall in love. So I'm just saying. If you was having trouble, come here. Let's eat. Let's
let's
eat.
let's see. Right.
I'm sure we're gonna do it again. So stay tuned. I love the whole idea. I actually would love to put a whole dating service together and make it international because there's a whole lot of young black men and not just Africa, the Caribbean, that'll be
But
looking.
that'll be difficult because they would have to come pre-visa and pre-papers.
They want some
Listen,
Yes.
papers.
well,
Yeah.
everybody wants something, but you could
Yeah.
date online for a while.
No, no.
True statement though.
Listen.
True statement. True statement.
Everybody wants something.
Right. I
Yeah,
want
I mean,
but
security. Right.
listen.
So,
I,
but
If
I
you
want
a
a
man,
husband. If you say
if
I
you
want a
a man,
husband,
if
Right.
you
he
a
wants some
man that ain't
papers.
got $5 in his pocket, you're not going on no dates. That's
Right.
Nah,
just the
No.
true.
reality.
nah,
You
nah.
can't
Mm.
afford to take her nowhere. You can't go
Can't
nowhere,
afford to
so it
take
ain't
yourself
gonna
nowhere.
happen.
Right.
Exactly. So that's why I say everybody. Come on, everybody. We can't fake the funk. Can't fake the funk. But so off of that, real quick. So back going to Miss Shy here. The reason why I wanted her to participate in this because I've known her for years, and we always during election time we have this interesting relationship where she calls me up and say, "Hey, what you got for me?" It's me and my
Yeah.
people here.
We
We
hungry.
need some food. We're hungry, and what's ironic is like and I always say this like you see these people spending millions and trillions and gazillions, right? But it never seems to hit us. It never
Right.
that money never trickles down to us that are in the ground,
Right.
on the ground, in the streets doing the work. And I just couldn't think how y'all work 12, 14, 16 hours, put yourselves in, all these people you don't know, put your health at risk, put your lives at risk, you're working hard all day and there's no thank you. There's no not even food, not drinks, not nothing. And a lot of times the child has to pay for it out of her own pocket. And
Yeah.
so I try to, do the best I can as well to stretch that money as
Not
much as
thank you.
possible. But
Yeah.
it's like, I just recognize what she's doing and I love what she's doing and I love that she always calls us. We're very appreciative of it. And I wanted her just to talk about a little bit about her passion about elections, being that we just went through a cycle and it was a very telling cycle considering when Biden won, we thought, Republicans were never going to get, they were never getting back in power. And Biden has done such a horrible job that the next election, we may lose everything. We may lose House, Congress, the White House. He might get kicked. He might get impeached. The way things are going for him. So
Oh no, don't start that impeach rumor.
listen. So I
For
wanted
what?
to hear a little bit about her passion, her dreams, why she got into volunteering, and the importance of voting and elections.
Well, I came here in 20 years now. I came from Bensonhurst. And I used to
Mm,
live in Bensonhurst.
On
So, and
purpose?
yeah, on
do the
purpose.
right
I was
thing.
a home attendant. I was a home attendant out there. And I used to go and be in Bensonhurst and living with my client. And she passed away, poor
Mm,
Tilly. And so I stayed in her house and they gave me her apartment. And then the daughter made some arrangements. And then I had to move back to Marcy. So now I'm in the Marcy, but I still stayed in the Board of Elections, in there. So, but I always been in the Board of Elections, but I still wanted to stay in the home attendant field. But I see that it wasn't what I used to be. they treat you different in the Board of Elections in Bensonhurst than they treat you in here in Marcy.
Mm.
So,
Oh,
but it's a bit of a difference, you know, but it's still the same, you know, as you could tell. And then you cheat, changing parties, and it's all the same thing. I
so,
don't
so
know.
when
It's
you work on the board of elections, are you working for one particular party, or you're
at,
just working for the entire platform as a whole? Because speaking to someone like me, I don't know what that means. I just know some people show up, they sit and they go through names. Some other
at
people
first.
direct you where to go. So
At
what
first, I was working for one particular party when I was in Bensonhurst. I was independent, so I
okay?
was working for one,
One
and I
one
was
question
working
about
with.
that. Were you working for the party that you support, or you're working for the party that they assign you to?
No, I was working for the for party that I supported. I
Oh,
supported
nice.
independent. So I
Okay.
was being an independent. I was saying independent. I'm an independent woman. This and that. I
Okay.
didn't know what it meant to mean, but I was like, I'm an
It's like
independent
I
it's
woman.
love
like I
it. I love it.
And then I was actually I was a Muslim at the time too,
Mm.
and I was Muslim, and I was like, I'm Muslim, and you can't tell me. They were saying, well, you Muslim, but you got to take off that face mask. I was like, no, no, I don't. And and the Imam Siraj Wahaj would tell me, Shy, Samira, you can't be so modest and talk. You have to learn how to be modest and calm down and cover your you only your eyes showing, but your mouth is so mouth big. You you know you talk too much, and and
she
and
said,
that they were you know I said, well, stop a lot. You can't tell me what to do and this and this and that. So
So she
he
arguing with
said, you
everybody.
know, I was arguing with the imam and this and that, and they would say, sister, you know, no. I said, well, whatever. You know, so I went from this mosque to that mosque. I just,
Oh
"Oh,
so
wow.
It was a boss
I was,
copper.
So
yeah, I was just
when did you finally say enough of Islam and walk away from the religion?
Just when I think I took my shahada in 1980. Hamza was born in 95. I had Hamza in
What's a
95.
shahad? I mean, for us that don't
that's what
know.
I was gonna ask. What's the
Shahada is when I gave my life to Islam.
Okay.
when
Okay.
you
And
Didn't
step
mean like you
in?
went to Mecca. You didn't become like
no, I
you
didn't
didn't
make
make the
sure
Hajj.
I didn't
Okay.
make Mecca yet. So
Okay.
I gave my life to Islam, to
Okay.
Master the Taqwa, Bedford and Fulton. So
Got it.
and that's when you know, I gave. That's when that's that. But I didn't. I didn't.
So
I was a rebel.
you were in Bensonhurst
And
with a hijab on and a mask,
A mass
talking talking
wreck,
trash.
talking trash, just reckless, just
That's
really
that's
too much, just
okay.
reckless.
I have a question. As a board of election person, were you paid for that, or was that a volunteer job?
No, it always been the board of elections. You get paid. You get
You get
paid a
paid.
hundred.
Okay,
And now it's up to $250 a day
during election season. I mean, during
during the
like
election
voting
every
when people
day
are voting.
when people are
Ooh,
voting. When
ooh,
people
that
people
that
people
includes
come in
early
and
voting.
even early voting, I got paid for every 9 days. It's $250 a day.
oh
People
no,
come
no,
in and say,
no.
"Oh, thanks for volunteering." I'd be like, "Volunteering? Okay, what? This ain't
Marlon,
no
who?
volunteer."
I have to keep
They,
them. I did not know that.
Put that
I
in your
didn't
yeah,
know
back
either.
pocket.
yeah.
I know. So let me ask you
That's a
a,
nice
a
little side
question
hustle. 250 a
that's
day.
a little.
Yeah,
It
For
may.
the
250.
9 days.
I have a question,
And
and
coordinators on election day get 350.
Oh, look at
At
that.
Tuesdays I got 350, $350.
Look
ooh,
at
that's
that.
nice.
Mm.
Let's not call any more numbers. People be looking for you next election.
I know, I know.
They want.
It's gonna be
Let me
gone.
try to take your
Inflation.
job.
It's
Who's
inflation.
Brooklyn? So I have a question. So you said this was when you were Muslim. Are you still Muslim now, or no longer
No, right
practicing?
now I'm just nothing. I'm a heathen. What people will call me now.
So
I'm
so
not
here
I'm
so
not
here's my
practicing nothing. I'm not
no.
practicing
So
anything.
it's fine.
That is
So
lovely.
here's my funny question, right? Because I think one of my most difficult things. I went to a mosque once when I was in college. A young lady invited a group of us. I did not like it at all. Period. and I knew it was not for me. The experience was quite it felt military like for me. And a person who doesn't, most time I don't respect authority, especially at that age, I really wasn't having it. But I want to know, when you decided to, I don't know, convert back to or out
Or get
of the
out of
Muslim,
it. Just say get out of
yeah,
it.
when you left the Muslim belief, what was the first thing that you do? Like, did you run and get a big bacon cheeseburger or something?
Yes, actually, yes. I just did all the things that I wasn't supposed to
You was
do.
just
Got
sick.
the bacon
Damn
and
it to hell.
cheeseburger. Got the,
You was
did all
sick.
the, just been all the disabled, disrespectful things. Did you
My boy
sleep with the
Ali,
men
I
that
hope
you're
my
not
boy Ali's
supposed to
watching
sleep
today.
with, and
You
you know,
know.
Oh
You
my
said,
God.
you said,
you do things that you're not supposed
To
to
hell
do,
with
and
it. She just threw
Hell
the
with
whole
it.
thing.
yeah, I just threw it all away. You be like,
But
what?
okay,
You
my
know?
question. See, okay, I'm in the similar boat, but mine started when my loved one started dying, and
Oh,
and it was my way of saying, you know what, my prayers were not answered, so why am I even
right,
doing this? Like, this is a one-way conversation. I don't get it, and
right,
why am I going to participate in a one-way relationship
right.
where I really have no control, or my petitions are not being met, you know? So that's when I started getting out of it. But what was it for you? What was your say, I don't want to do this no more. What got you to that point?
The the men, the men not taking up, and for the women, when my son's father was abusing me, like,
Mm,
and then I would run to the authority figures, the imam or the brothers in charge, saying he didn't do this, or he didn't do this, or he didn't bring home, pay the rent, or you tell me that I'm supposed to work. I'm the nurse, and I will bring home my money to give to him to pay the rent, but he didn't pay the rent, and we
wow.
3 months in that back.
In
But I
arrears.
brought home the $700 to $800 every month. How we get 300 3 months and 4 months back? And I'll be like, what? Like, how did we get? But you told me to bring home the. I'm out there,
exactly.
You saw the
Right.
you know.
hypocrisy.
Yeah. So when I would, so you contradicting yourself, and I would tell the ma'am like, but I'm doing what you told me, or the Quran tell me to do. You told me to do these things, and I'm following the laws. But you're not.
I've heard that before, that the way the religion is set up,
Yeah.
and the way that the
It
woman who's
was. It doesn't give
who
no.
be
Yeah. It
turned
doesn't
over.
protect. It doesn't protect the women, and I didn't. So I just, like, you know what? I
That was
can't.
well, that was one of the other things I also accepted when I got out of it. All Abrahamic religions are completely chauvinistic,
Right.
towards
Patriarchy.
women. Completely.
Right.
Women have to go in the back. In the
Right.
Jewish faith,
No.
they can't touch. They gotta go in separate rooms. They gotta use separate. I mean, they're like, clearly lesser than. Like that's how
Right.
they treat them.
And
Um,
Uh,
you know,
the walking behind the
all of that. All
woman
all
walk.
no.
Abrahamic religions share that. You see a lot of it in Christianity too. Let's not call got call a spade a spade.
Really?
It's the same
I
thing.
missed that part.
Are you kidding?
The walk behind part.
No, I'm just saying the church is said it's said. Listen, they won't even give woman in the Trinity. They won't even give you a spot in the Trinity. They give a spirit. It's
No, no.
man,
Really?
child, and spirit.
No,
Wow.
The woman ain't even in there. Okay, so don't start. Don't let me start
no,
on
but for me,
Christianity.
I'm just
Okay,
thinking of the visual. That's the first thing that got me. Everybody just seems so angry in those mosques, and I
you have
realized
a
I was
priest, you
taught.
have a nun. Why can't a
Oh, I
woman be a
went to
priest?
Catholic
You know what I'm
school too,
saying?
so I
So
got my knuckles
the
wrapped.
nuns, the nuns are where they at. It's the
Yeah.
same. It's all they share the same heritage. You know, it's the same story.
Wow.
Ayana, you look frightened. What is wrong?
I'm just listening to y'all like yeah. Put
Mm.
me behind you, you liable to get pushed over. Like like no sir. If I'm gonna stand in the back, I'm gonna go on my own. You're not gonna make me. So yeah,
Right.
I'm just look, it's at this.
I hear you. I
Yeah,
hear you. I
like,
hear you. I hear you.
mm,
You think what I'm saying is blasphemy about me going there. I get it.
mm.
I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, I'm totally
I'm
fine
just
with that.
like, yeah,
No, no,
you want me to
I
do
get it.
what?
Listen, I get it. You're not alone. Just know that you're not alone.
Mm.
Right.
More people agree with you than agree with me. Just so
Right.
you
Well,
know.
agree. Being right is not it. It's just the.
I ain't
It's
saying
just
nothing
I'm
about
listening
being
to.
right. I just said
Well,
more
because
people agree
well,
with you.
agree. You don't have to agree with me, but don't put me behind nobody unless I
No, no,
choose
no.
to go behind
Yeah,
you.
yeah. That's what I
Right.
said. Most
So
people
if
see it
if
the
you my
way you see
husband
it.
and you the leader, I'll follow you if you leading. And but you're
Right.
not gonna put me there.
Right.
If I'm submitting, it's because I choose to submit because
All
that is
right
a
now.
choice. It's
All right
not
now.
it is not a gun to my head because I ain't in that type of religion and it's who I trust. And if I'm trusting God and you trusting God, and because the neck snaps you back and forth. So you could be the head, but I'm the neck. So you just gotta know the position you playing. I'm just saying. So yeah, I don't understand. When I was looking afraid, like, wait, what? Yeah, so that's where that came. I'm gonna reel it
and,
back
and
in.
and I and I always say this whenever we reach this subject. I always say in our tradition, in the Yoruba tradition, Oshun, who a lot of people are familiar with, who's the goddess of fertility, love, and all those things, when she was sent with the other divinities to Earth to establish the Earth, the other six were all men, and they abandoned her. They like lost her. They didn't care where she was. That they treated her like a typical man, right? So, but they couldn't get the earth to go. Like they were trying to do stuff. Nothing was happening. Nothing was falling in place. So they went back to God and said, "Hey, what's going on? Like you sent us to this earth place, and we just can't get it going." And He said,
Mm,
"Where's the woman I gave you?" They're like,
mm,
"Oh, we don't know where she is. She out in the back.
mm,
She's doing what she's doing."
mm,
And He was like, "Well, until you put her in the middle of what you're doing, nothing
mm.
you do will prosper." So from that
Wow.
gives you the perspective of how we view women, in our
That's
tradition
basic. What
as
you just said is
basic.
so
Like
basic. Like,
you won't take a step
Won't
without her.
take a
Like
step
it's
without
dude,
her.
nothing's
that
gonna
is
happen. So they
and
went back
or nothing's
and
gonna happen or stuff is gonna fall apart.
part exactly.
Apart.
So that is
Wow.
how we view it. So that's why I love that
Mm,
aspect of our culture,
mm.
in that we understand how important that mother is to the
Yes.
universe.
Wow.
And you know what? She didn't fight. She just sat there and let
No,
everything
she
fall
is. Well,
apart.
what she
I
gonna do?
love it. I love it. Let me just watch.
Let me
Let
just
me
watch
just
these
watch you
fools,
just
right? Let me watch
mm,
these fools.
mm,
And then
but
they
sipping
start
tea.
fighting over her. Then they start Shango and Ogu start fighting over her. Yeah, yeah,
Mm, yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
like that. I'm gonna have to go read up on that one. I
yeah. Go
like
read up
that.
on those shoes. She's amazing. She's
Ah, learn
amazing.
something new every
Amen.
day.
So what else is going on in this world? Did y'all see this boy Kyle Rittenhouse?
That is all that is trending right now. Pliers, is that his name? He is so funny.
Who's
All I
Pliers?
see, well, Pliers is an artist, an R&B.
The
Not,
Oh,
rapper Pie
oh, the rapper
Pie
Piles? Piles?
yeah, I know what
Piles.
his
Okay,
name is.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Pliers, whatever it is. He is so funny, but all I see people posting is that
Dude, not a
The
tear
the
though. There was no
crying,
tear.
yo.
There
crying.
was no. His face was dry.
So
Shy,
Look at
did
it
you see
again.
that?
yeah,
Did you
No.
see it?
do you
Okay,
have
No.
this is
What
the guy.
happened?
This is the guy that went to what state was that? That was in It was
uh
is
Wisconsin,
no
Wisconsin or
Wisconsin.
it's
Was
hold on, let me see if I can
it
find
was? He crossed the border.
Cuyahoga.
He
He
was
crossed the border
and went.
Okay.
and
His
went
mom. His he was
during the
17.
protest.
Wait.
But the
He was
protest was
17.
happening. It was it happening in St. Louis? Was it in St.
No,
Louis?
it
Okay.
wasn't St. Louis.
Hmm.
Wait, let me give you a little bit more. He was
Okay.
17. His mother
Okay.
drove him across the border to go help protect the businesses in the area, and he carried a AR-15
Hmm.
and shot and killed. He shot three people, and two of them died. So he's on trial right now. And
Now,
it was
but let
they were protesting cop killing, killings
exactly.
of.
That's what I was
That's
gonna
what they
say.
were
Let's take that
protesting.
deeper.
Yes,
Let's
yes.
take it. So a couple things happened that we should bite into. One, it was police brutality, a cop killing a black person, and then you had white people protesting with
against
black people, but even more white people than black people, to be honest with
mm-hmm,
you,
mm-hmm.
about the police brutality. So this was a white on white crime situation. So you had the white liberals, as we call them,
Wow.
coming out to protest against excessive force by police, and you had the right wing, January 6th guys coming in town to combat those white people. So he ended up shooting. He shot. He shot
Three,
more than two. I know he
it was
killed
three.
two.
It
Yeah,
was
he
three, and
shot
there's one
three.
alive. I saw
There's
an
one
interview
alive
with
that's
that guy this
testifying.
morning.
Yes,
Hmm.
and two are dead. And if you go on social media, all the right wingers are putting this 17-year-old kid like he's some kind of hero. And this is what I try to
He
tell
said
people.
he was out defending the United States of America.
He was protecting businesses. That's why I went. I went to protect businesses. Why did you take the AR-15? To protect myself? So you thought something was going to happen to you? Well, I didn't know what was going to happen. That's his testimony.
But the thing that I missed, and or maybe I missed this piece, is he a licensed firearm carrier?
No,
Doesn't matter.
his
No,
parent.
but
If it,
I think
I'm
his father was in law
I mean,
enforcement.
I'm just
He
but
was
wondering.
he's
obsessed
oh no, but he's
to be
17,
in
so
law
you
enforcement.
can't be.
That's
Yeah.
my point. That's
Yeah,
my
you
point for
can't be.
those who are
Like he
listening.
was like a
So I
cadet.
feel like everything else is mute. It doesn't matter what he says he was doing. He's not a licensed gun carrier.
He
But
shouldn't be killing our
his
people.
mother
Period.
brought him with the gun and let him
18
out the
years
car.
old.
And I understand
He's
that, but
18 now.
yeah, I
18 years
understand.
old? Oh
Yeah.
Yeah,
my
I gotta
God.
show you how pathetic this picture looks. Yeah, of him yesterday. I gotta pull it up.
That's gonna be the new Jordan picture. Remember
It
when
is.
Jordan was crying?
Oh my
And
god, it is
the new
absolutely.
viral meme.
yes, he's it's so wait, this is why you're
I mean,
looking
he's
at pictures
trying his darnest.
to squeeze a tear out, face
Jesus.
dry, like we ashy, dry, like ain't nothing coming out.
Well, it also looks like he was having involuntary muscle spasms. And what I liked about Piles, he said, no, 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 young man, young 17-year-old Mr. Rittenhouse, you were Rambo on that day. Don't come out here
Sir,
Alice in Wonderland now.
yes.
Oh yeah,
And,
I think
he
I
said,
got it. Let's go to it real quick. I
okay,
want to show y'all this ridiculousness. Let's see here. Where's the guy? All
drum
right.
roll, please.
Grrrr. Ding 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 ding.
There was
What the hell is
right
this?
there.
Let's
Oh my God.
Dry.
Well, I mean, what is this? He should have had an onion
What
on
a-
him or something. Or some
Talk
pepper.
about a handkerchief. You ain't got nothing to dry your face. Where your snot? When you
No
cry, your
snot,
nose
no
runs.
bubbles.
That's right, run.
Is he coughing?
Boo.
That
God.
was him looking at the jury to
Boo.
I
see if it was
was
working.
cornered from in
Wait.
front of me with Mr. Zeminski,
Boo.
and there were
He's like, hey, I should be crying right now.
Well, people,
What is he crying?
devil's advocate, right? So people experience trauma in different ways. And so his recollection, and I mean, he could be crying for a lot of things. He could be crying because he realizes how
That was
small
all.
he
He
is
wasn't
as a
crying.
17-year-old and how big those people in jail are, right?
Right.
He's,
Roast
people,
beef.
yeah, people get their
New meat.
motivation people get their motivation from different places. I was trying to hear the context in which he started talking, and then he started, maybe he was trying to
He
hold
felt
in his emotion.
cornered. So that's what he was saying. He felt cornered and they were coming at him. So that is why he did
Wait.
what he did.
Oh, he
That's what
felt
that,
cornered. That's not
yes,
what the
he,
video showed. When I saw him,
Yeah, the video
he
doesn't
he
not
had
at
his
all.
hat turned backward. He had his gun
Not
in
at all.
his
He was
hand,
very confident.
running down the
Very,
street, shooting up people.
very
You
Right.
know.
confident.
And so
But
Got
another point we have to ingest is also, look, these people went to war before.
Yeah.
Understand, right wingers hate left wing. They will kill them.
Yeah, but the
They will kill.
17-year-olds didn't go to war before.
No, what I'm saying is there's a the right wingers really hate the left, and they
Mm.
have no problem killing them
So
for
Mm.
listen,
their. If you defend black people, you're just as bad in their eyes. So that's another thing that was interesting to
you an
see.
engine lover. That's what you
Yeah,
are.
Yeah, well,
that
so
if you're gonna support them, as we kill them, if you want to get up there, we'll kill you too. That's
Yeah.
really what this all is about. Like, if
Yeah.
y'all want to get up there and support these people, we will kill you too.
yeah, but you have to ask yourself, right? If a mother, not even a father, if a mother drove him to the location, how much of that egging on and hype up was actually done in his home?
Right.
All
His
of it.
mother, we don't know what his mother could have told him to take himself down there. If anything happens to him, he'll get off. He's just a kid. She can't
Right.
do it. I mean, and I'm a true believer that racism is not something that you're born with. It's a learned behavior,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
And
I agree.
so if obviously at 17, if he has access to that kind of firepower, that his parents has made it clear, in my opinion, that kind of behavior is
It's
acceptable.
okay.
So
Yeah.
maybe in his head he thought he was defending.
Doing something. Right.
Yeah, he really thought that.
Okay, so look, this is I have weird theories or ideas about stuff, right? So it's crazy how when white people are like, why are you protesting, somebody dying? People die all the time. It's black on black crime. It's this, it's that, it's this and that. Because
Mhm.
they never protest unjust death of a white person.
Hmm.
They just count it
Yeah.
off as part of life, because to
Yep,
me that's a savage mentality. When
it is.
it's unjust no matter what the color is. And these two white men were killed by a white man at a protest for justice sake, and nobody had anything to say about it. That
I
shows
Well,
me
because
the
they
we
don't
don't.
see
character
it
of
as
people. Like, I'm not
injustice.
Exactly.
surprised.
They don't see it as injustice.
But here's the thing: where are the victims' families? We,
What?
where are their
Mm.
families?
Yes.
No. So that's an easy answer. So if you know now that you've lost a family member, so they're already mourning. But at the same time, I'm sure a few lawyers and police have talked to them and said, hey, it's probably best that you stay out of the spotlight, because then all of that attention will be then put on you. Like, look
On
at
you.
um,
Yeah.
on George's family.
Yeah, but I'm
You
saying at least you saw he had a family. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
where is the if someone shot
They have
your
a
family member, like
mm,
how
but
are you not
that's
in
what I'm
out?
saying.
Like, I'm at
it's a
Aubrey.
culture thing, I
You see his
guess.
mother. You see his mother out there. You see his. What I'm saying is, like, where are these people's families? Don't they care
Yeah.
that their son
Not
was murdered
not
or
enough
killed?
to open themselves up to
They
receive the
are
same
different, man.
That's
They are
Yeah.
different.
that's my
They
point.
are
They
different.
protest the
Yes,
weirdest things.
they are
They
Mm-hmm.
different.
protest the weirdest things, and then
Like
they
you
don't
said, they just
support
take.
the right things.
They don't support the right things. Like the family just okay, just keep it going. Casualty of war. He shouldn't have been out there
Casualty war.
anyway. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, and
let
that
the
is
law handle it.
let
Like
the
that's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
justice. So they should like I that every time I see something like that, I'm like, or I hear them go, "Well, y'all protest everything." Wait, but you don't. That's
Right.
your problem. That like they'll say more white people are killed by cops than anyone because there are more white people in the United States. Yes, there are
Exactly.
more, but the percentage is higher of black people. Let us do
Right.
good math. We're gonna math correctly. But where are y'all? Because if
Mm.
more of you guys are killed and it's unjust, if you stood up and said something, maybe the cops will be held accountable. But y'all
Yeah.
don't say nothing.
Listen,
But
we
I
Yeah.
think
Don't
all
say
a lot
nothing.
of
know
them
black
too.
people are the moral compass for this country. We all know
Gosh,
black people are the people that give this country a soul, give
Yeah.
humanity a soul.
gosh.
I'm telling you, we are the moral compass for this. I mean, just to segue a little bit, did y'all watch the Colin Kaepernick
Yes, I
special?
did.
That
Yes,
was
all of
really
them.
good and
That
uncomfortable,
was all
all
at
in
the
the same
same
breath.
time.
Because
When
even
his
Colin
mother said, "You
himself,
look like a thug,"
Is
oh,
this
I
this
thought
is a new one?
you didn't see
it
it
was a
yet.
series.
I didn't
It
see
was
it.
a series. Oh, y'all gotta go to
Oh, y'all
Netflix
gotta go look at
immediately.
it. Y'all
I
gotta get
didn't see it.
Netflix. So yeah,
I
Y'all
have
Colin
it.
gotta.
Kaepernick basically. yeah, Colin Kaepernick basically did like a biography of what it was like and as
Bef-
him growing up from like elementary school. Like they spent a little bit of years when he was really small, and but most of it is in high school,
Okay.
and then getting drafted. So,
or
remember he
not
was
drafted, not
adopted, so he
drafted, recruited.
recruited.
Okay.
So he was, if you remember, he was adopted. So he never know he doesn't know who his biological parents are on
Not
either
even
side.
today.
He knows who his
Not
Wow.
mother is. He knows who his mother is. He
okay,
knows who his
maybe now.
biological mother is. Yeah, but not
Okay,
at that
but
time.
not at that
Okay.
time. So he was
Okay.
picked up as a baby by two
So
white
he was
liberals.
picked up. So the two white people had were going to adopt a white baby, and the
Yes.
mother said, "I'm going to keep the baby," and they were like, "But we have another one," and it was Colin. Colin was like, "I was always second choice."
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
It was
across the
crazy.
board, it's
That was
it's like
crazy.
you have
It's
to
so
watch
so
it.
deep. Like you
It's
have, I
so
mean, even him talking like because he's not all the way black, but he's trying to be, and you get it. Like he's not faking it, but I mean, it's like I have no choice. I am who I am. I am black, but here I
Oh.
am living in
He's
a
not always.
conservative white, growing up in a conservative white
he
town
was
in
as black as you
California.
can be in this little town.
Yes, and the way they treated him, like white people, they picked on him. I mean, it was crazy.
And he was smart,
And
4.0.
his
He
and
was
even his
brilliant.
and you know what I really love? They showed how uncomfortable even it was for his parents trying to raise a black
A
kid
black
to the
man, a
best
black
of their
boy.
ability. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like it was not
Yep.
easy
It
because
was
they just
hard.
they were stepping on bombs everywhere. Like because they didn't know. Like they
They
going
were
in the hood,
like,
they saying the wrong things. Your hair,
your hair, you look like a thug. What
yeah,
what? You done said it to your son at the dinner table.
yes.
You done said,
You got
and
to
then
cut your
came
hair.
then because your hair's not professional. He's like, I'm 14. What are you talking about?
And they wouldn't let it go. Like it's not like they didn't let it go. So it's not like I'm a pump my parents out of it. No, no, he had to cut his hair. They cut his hair. Like
They
it was
took the
crazy.
braids
Oh.
out. He cut a little. He had a fro left. They were okay with the unkept
Well,
fro,
I
but
know.
they were not okay
I know
with the
some
braids.
black families like that. I heard that growing up myself.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
Oh.
weren't.
but
Yeah, but it was.
it's just society. So it was a
Mm,
different time then.
the
You know what I'm
coaches
saying?
said he doesn't need that hair, and so his parents jumped on the coaches bandwagon. It was to the point where he was going to the homecoming. He like hadn't dated or anything. He was this got me as a black woman. He was going to the homecoming, and he had saw this beautiful
Chocolate.
girl, chocolate. Like, oh my goodness, I was like, yes,
Like
yes,
like
yes.
so chocolate. The black kids were like, yo,
Was
she
calling her
midnight. Calling her
she
midnight.
midnight.
Yeah.
Uh, it was bad.
Yeah. It
It
was
was
yo. You
that
gotta
was
watch this show. Is
Yeah,
dope. It was
I mean,
dope.
but
that,
but wait,
where y'all grew up at. I grew up in Columbia, Maryland. That happened every day.
No, but what I'm saying is
no,
they showed all these aspects of black life. Like that's an
yeah.
internal conversation about colorism amongst black people. You
And
know
Right.
and but
how
the but he didn't trust his the thing I was getting to is he didn't trust his mother. He didn't let his mother know that he had asked this chocolate princess to
to be his
homecoming.
prom. Yeah.
He didn't tell him nothing. And mom was like, "Well, who you going with?" I'm just gonna go. Can we take you? No, because he knew that his mother wasn't gonna be comfortable in that environment. He goes over to pick the girl up, and this okay. So every time his mom
I
cooks,
don't
he
want you to
always
tell me the whole thing because I'm gonna
but
watch.
hold on, wait. This is funny. He always put salt and pepper on stuff, right? Always, always. And
Yes.
that was funny. Always put salt and pepper on his mama's food. He went over to get his hair braided at somebody's house, and they would be like, "You want to eat, baby? We just made some food." And they made his plate, and he just started eating. He
Yo, he
started eating
saw the
salt and pepper.
spread.
He talking about, "I ain't gonna. This is fine. This is fine." He just
This ain't
smashed it
gonna.
because
We ain't gonna need it. Yeah. No, it was really good. It was really
go
good. If y'all
watch it.
get time, go
Well,
watch
I
it.
feel
It's
like I
dope.
Watch.
don't see it now. Y'all giving
No,
all.
you go. It's worth
No,
seeing it
there's
because
way
even
more
the
stuff.
actor, the little kid, did an excellent job.
No, I
The
Excellent.
little
You
actor,
will watch.
you thought that was Colin Kaepernick. You thought,
and
I mean, and they casted
it's
him
six
properly.
episodes.
Yeah,
It's
I
six
watched the
episodes.
whole
They're
thing
not an
one
hour
shot.
each. I watched in one setting. So what I'm telling you, and I couldn't tell you all that.
Wow.
Man, listen.
Got
It
it.
was gosh.
Next thing, entertainment. Did y'all anybody watch the Elements? Or is it Eternals? The Eternals. Y'all
I
watch
haven't
that?
watched the internals.
Okay, I went to see it.
You
I
took the
fell
kids
asleep
to
through
the
the whole
movies to
thing.
see it?
Yes,
Okay.
not in New York, of course.
Oh,
But
but
yeah,
I just haven't had
New
time.
York has
but
a
I
but
fell asleep.
an
I,
outdoor
fe-
movie theater.
He said I fell asleep.
I fell asleep. I did not like it. But what's significant about it was the first black gay Marvel character was put on
Oh.
display in Eternals. So they had the brother kissing another Puerto Rican brother, raising uh mixed kid. All for that, they had to
Y'all
do a little
just
segment.
dropping
Yeah,
all kinds of spoilers.
yeah.
I
But
feel
as far as the rest of the movie, it
I
was
feel like
rubbish.
the show
That's
needs
what I
to,
thought.
in the caption when it goes live, it needs to say spoiler alert.
I'm
Pure
Spoiler
sorry.
alert.
I'm
Sorry, y'all.
But
Now
you
go
know the
watch
kids
it for
like it, so I'm not
yourself.
saying don't go watch it. Yeah, I think people
Did your
can.
kids
If
like it?
things, they did. They enjoyed it. They did.
Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't like it. Even Max said it was not bad, and I trust Max. Me
You
and her
got
been
some good
watching
sleep
movies a
though.
long time.
You got some good
You
sleep.
got
Nah,
some good
nah,
sleep.
nah, nah. Listen.
because you can still
There's
hear it
certain things
in the
I'm
back of
not
your
proud
brain.
of. I'm not proud of my behavior when I'm sleeping because I'm snoring. I'm embarrassing my family. Max is punching me from across the room. Sade's kicking me. It's not fun. It's not. I am embarrassed. People be getting up and moving. They see. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. So this is one of
Goodness.
those days. One of those days.
Oh, you
You
got
know,
another movie? Did y'all watch any
yeah,
movies
look,
this
it'd
weekend?
be
Because
so
there's
bad. There
one
was one
more.
time the person sitting behind me was just kicking my chair, just kicking it
You
hard
can't
as
go to the movies.
Yeah,
yo.
go to the movie.
Yeah,
That you better
it
get a
happened.
theater at the
It happened
house.
on a couple of Batman movies and this last Eternal. I
No
didn't like it.
Broadway
If I
plays
don't
for
like
you
a movie,
either.
if it don't hold my attention, I'm going right to sleep.
Okay,
It's like the
another
only
movie.
free time I get.
I don't want to hear any more about movies, so you guys go
No,
ahead.
have you? So you wait. So have you seen The Harder They Fall?
Oh, we just
Donatella,
watched that.
have you? Donatella,
She said I'm not taking anymore.
I'm just asking. Okay, so you need to see
Have
The
you
Harder
seen
They
it?
Fall.
Have you seen it?
She can't hear us.
Donatella, we asking you. Look at this. Look at this. Time out. Time out.
Now
I hate
Have you
spoilers.
watched it?
we're not
Have you
giving
watched
you.
it?
We're asking a question.
We're
I
just
Have
don't
you
even
asking a
want to know the
question.
name. I don't want to know the name. You guys,
We're just
go
asking
see?
you a question.
I'm being
Have you seen
material.
The Harder They Fall?
Yes, I said that
That's
at the
what we're
beginning of
asking
the
you.
show.
We didn't hear you say
We
that.
Oh
that's
yeah.
she
Oh,
wasn't
you weren't on
on.
yet. Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
weren't on. I watched it
That's what
this
she was
morning.
asking you.
I
That's
watched it.
all we was
So
asking. Like,
is
I
it just
just
one
said
episode?
spoiler
The
alert.
Harder They Fall. Is it just one episode? Is it just
it's just
one?
it's a movie. Yeah, it's only
Is
one.
just one movie?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
It's
I
a
two
saw I
movie.
saw
hours.
most of it.
It's
It's
2 hours
good.
and 16 minutes.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
long.
most
Perfect.
It's
of it.
good.
It was yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
good.
enjoyed it.
See, look,
It's
everybody
good.
sees something. No
I
spoilers.
have
La 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 la.
no. I have a very good friend that we watch movies together, and I hang up on her all the time when she calls me about a movie that I haven't seen because people don't understand. If you've seen something and somebody else hasn't, a
True.
spoiler alert, it doesn't have to be you giving away the plot or the ending. It's just you opening your mouth altogether.
Oh,
Yeah.
we live and in charge. So
I
sometimes we
Listen,
win and
so I,
sometimes we take a L
I asked
you know how I avoid that. I'm always the first one to run. I
to
be
see.
cutting the line to go see shit.
yeah. I just referred
Matrix.
to
I will
my
be there
third.
at midnight for Matrix in December.
Me
Well,
too.
Christmas Day, I will be there. You know,
Oh yeah. So
Matrix.
Oh,
I will be
one
there
of
for
the things
Matrix.
that I miss, I used to love, and as much as I love my people, I used to love buying the first showing at Edison for AMC
Yes,
Dining
in
Theater
Jersey,
before
right?
for
Yes,
all the dining. Yeah, that
yes.
that movie theater used to be where everybody would take their side shorties or
No,
whoever.
it still is because it's in the cut.
Now there's so many of them,
Nobody
right?
knows about it though. It's
The
still in the
dining.
cut
Oh
because it's behind the little Pet Smart, behind the Petco.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's there's AMC dining theaters, but there's so many of them in New York City now. You don't have to go so far.
But
And
you
then
Right.
know what? They
Orange,
all of them
Essex.
don't have the food. All of
Right,
them don't,
right. But the
and
ones
I think that cheapens it. I think AMC should everyone should have the food component because the
yeah,
one I go to now they don't even have the food. We just eat
yeah,
popcorn all day.
yeah. It's East Orange, Essex, and Menlo Park.
Menlo Park, Menlo Park,
Menlo Park is Edison.
Menlo
But
Park.
AMC took a really hard hit during the pandemic as well.
They
In
did,
terms,
but they're
in terms,
recovering very well. I bought their stock. I bought their
yeah,
stock.
yeah.
They
Plus, they
were
were doing
doing
movies online.
they're doing good, and they're gonna rebound good. You see, they're gonna go as good as the movies are. So if
Right.
we get a series of good movies that are released,
Yeah.
you're gonna see their stock rise, and that's really what I've been since I've owned their stock this whole pandemic. Anytime a good movie comes out, it's a bump. But if
I
the
own their
movie don't
stock
do too
too.
good, it slides.
Have
Huh?
you ever been to the iPic Theater? The one that's right down there on Water Street?
No,
That
I heard about it. I
that
heard
one
about
is really nice, but I feel like for families, it's excessively expensive
it.
because the
Expensive.
tickets are
Yeah.
like before the pandemic were like $25 each
Wow.
because you're sitting in, a high back little booth kind of thing, comes with a pillow and a blanket. They're set
What?
by two
Then
seats.
That's a
Um,
date spot if I ever see
yeah,
one.
five star,
yeah,
five
but can I
star,
bring my own pillow and can I bring my
yeah,
own
five
blanket?
star chef.
Right. Me too. Can I bring my own pillow and my own date? Like,
Well,
I'm not.
it was nice, and they're in the little vacuum container things.
I love the idea of that, but I don't want nothing you giving me that has fabric on it. I got a problem sitting on seats at a theater, so you give
right.
me a blanket. Like, ah!
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I'm sure it's gonna come pack. It's gonna come pack vacuum
Sit
sealed,
vacuum
like
sealed.
on the
Okay,
airplane. Like on the airplane,
Well,
you know.
so when they
I have
first
used
came
them.
out, they were in like these velvet bags, and then after a while, you can they're sealed. They're not sealed with plastic or anything, but they're folded up, and they give the appearance that they were just done.
Yeah,
Okay.
nah, I'm just
I give them E
BYO.
for effort.
BYOB, bring your own blanket.
Yeah, I love
But
those.
excuse me, it's like people when they come to the restaurant, like, I got my own utensils.
Right.
No, that's not the
I've
that's
always
not the
thought that
same.
was
Or
so
they ask for plastic. Do you have
Yo, give
plastic?
me
Do you have
plastic,
But you're
man.
gonna
plastic?
eat
How
the
you gonna
food
eat a
out of a
steak
place.
with plastic? Plastic?
But
Exactly. It makes no
you're gonna
sense.
eat food from a place that they cook. Like
It
Right.
makes
you're gonna
no
eat their
sense.
food, but you can't eat off
If
their
you're
clean
already weird
silverware.
about it, don't even eat out.
Don't
Like
go
if you
You
eat.
know
already
what?
Right.
exactly like
I said that to someone. He said, "Well, I'm putting this in my, the spoon and the fork, and
goes
it's
in
going
my
in
mouth.
my." I said,
But
"Well,
the
guess
Right.
food
what?
wasn't
Food
With
sitting
the
on the plate.
food.
I was like,
What?
okay, miss.
But they cook the food. That's the thing. Like they literally cook the food in the kitchen where the dishes were washed or close.
Right.
What are you
Right.
talking about? Like
People
that,
just different."
so people really
Different.
bring their own silverware. I do know. Well, they used to ask for hot water so they could put the
Yes.
silverware
Well,
in.
IHOP is the reason for that. IHOP
You
used to
see
have
some
some of
that
the
bring their own,
highest.
but more you see more that say don't include it. I'm gonna use my own at home. You see more. You see a lot of that. Like,
Oh, for the
do
Oh,
not
carrot.
put silverware.
to
Do
carry
not.
out.
Yeah, do not.
Okay.
And get
Wow.
upset if you do. Like they'll
Well,
call the
that's
restaurant,
Okay.
curse us
extra
out.
something else to throw away as well.
Trash, I guess. Now give me all the plasticware you got, because if I'm buying it, I want to whether I use it today or tomorrow, or put it in my kid's lunchbox.
The only thing I
I
hate
want
plastic
it
for
all.
is if you order a steak to go, like I can't, you gotta
First of
be
all, your steak is going to be ridiculous when you get to wherever you're going because it's not
Right.
the right temperature anymore. And then you're gonna
Right.
put plastic on it. Yeah, that's
Right.
not a good look.
And
You're
who
gonna be like,
eats
ew,
with
this was
silver? Now you eat with your hands. I eat with my hands now. Right?
no,
how
you
you
should
how
you
you Sha, how you gonna rip a steak out with your hands?
Yeah, you gotta get to it. Get to
look if
it.
it hold on now. If it's a good steak, and I remember from my steak days, if it's a good
Get to
steak,
it.
baby, you could use a spoon to cut it because it's gonna
Uh-huh.
run
Yeah.
in your mouth.
I mean, it also
That's right.
depends on what temperature you get it to. A lot of our folks don't do the
We
the
burn it because
medium
we burn
rare
it. We want
or
it
the
burnt.
medium. We need medium
They
well
want
to,
it to be like paper where you
well
go,
done. Yeah,
Yes.
well done.
and then when they get home and they try to reheat a dry steak,
Yeah, forget
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
It shrinks. Yeah.
look. I love steak, so I
Donna,
don't eat them now. But
tell us about the Knicks. You went to the Madison Square Garden. What was it like?
Oh,
Oh wow.
so
was it a winning game? Did they win that game?
No,
uh,
they
A
got blown
Knicks
out by.
fan. Oh boy.
no, they did not
Oh,
lose. Actually, they were getting spanked when
Oh,
they got there.
sorry.
But it was a lot of fun. One of my good friends who's a socialite, she's one of those Insta girls, Simba's erotic. She gave me floor seats to the New York Knicks. So fourth row, uh, almost
Yeah.
directly behind the goal,
she
right?
doesn't even sound hype for me. Like you not hype enough.
I
Bring
know she
it.
wasn't that Chris Rock you were showing us on the video.
So I used to go to a lot of games. um, it was super exciting. Chris Rock was sitting 2 rows in front of Simba, so we weren't sitting together. So she was about fourth row from the floor on the sides. I was behind. I was in section 2, row 4, behind one of the
Basket.
goals.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So I could see everybody. I could see Ed Sheeran, Will Chamberlain, of course,
Well,
um,
still.
Gary V. And I took a picture with Gary V. But what was interesting to
Who's
me,
Gary V? He's a
exactly, that's
comedian.
what I was going to
Comedian.
say. No, so Gary V is a motivational speaker,
Mm.
like multimillionaire, someone who came from I can't remember what country he came from, but let's say like Russia, Yugoslavia, an immigrant who came to the
Yeah.
United States, lived the American
Got the
dream.
American dream for sure.
Yeah. And the one thing that's about that really cool about him is that he's quite approachable and he talks, because the way that he builds his brand now is he bonds on that "I'm just like you" thing, and he
Mm.
constantly tells people how to do things. But a lot of them, Gary V, Tony Robbins, all these people who are now uber success, I feel like their monetization at this point is just repeating the same thing over and over and over again, and over again,
There's
right?
nothing new.
Well, that's
Um,
it's like you got to go with what got you there. So
right,
they're gonna
right.
Yeah.
run the
You
message
write
down
the
the
books.
throat.
But what I liked about him when I went up to him and asked him for a picture, got a great picture. If I had known we were gonna talk about, I would have sent it. But he was very nice, and like a lot of these celebrities, he was teeny tiny.
Short.
Yep.
I'm telling you,
So that's why
the
his money
key to
gotta be.
money, the key
That's
to
why his
money
money
is
gotta
you
be
got to be
long.
little. I'm
The,
telling you,
Got to
you
be
got to be
little.
little.
your
You
money,
got to be.
your money gotta
If
be
you ever want
long.
to,
So
if you want to be a millionaire, go shrink your size. I'm telling you.
cut yourself off at the knees,
You
Cut
said
literally.
something.
And here I
Them
be
dudes,
invested in
they'd be like
heels.
4'9", 4'8", loaded.
I be
yeah,
Oh
they're,
my
invested in
they're,
heels. So what? No
For
Yeah,
wheels?
heels,
you got to
nah.
be little. You got to be little.
they are
Oh,
But they like tall women though, so keep investing in your heels. They don't want no
okay.
shorty. They
Okay.
don't want nobody shorter than them. That's
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
they're gonna want some giants. They want this 5'7" right here.
Oh, okay.
They
Cause
want
I'm
this
like,
statuesque.
cause I'm 5'5", and I thought these heels I
Mm-mm.
yeah.
need.
So I've got
There you
Oh,
go.
he nice.
Dude,
Oh,
okay, time out. Are you short?
no.
yeah.
I'm 5'8", but I had on 6 inches,
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
kind of,
Because I was like, why are you his height? Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Because
She made him
oh,
look good. You know,
and he's
Dontel,
standing. He's standing on something, and I'm kind of bent down as well.
Okay, okay.
I was 6'2" that night with my heels.
Statuesque.
Uh,
He wanted to
Lord
take a
have
picture with you.
mercy.
He probably wanted you
So
to stand
so
up straight.
here's another picture of him with a 23-year-old guy who was cracking me up. He was drunk. He was sitting in front of me. See how small he
Yeah,
looks in
he's
that
small.
picture?
He's tiny.
He
Yeah.
petite.
So the
He's
guy
shopping the
the guy who had on the Spreewell shirt, someone gave them free tickets. And so the whole game he kept saying, "I will never be here again.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God, this is awesome." And so and his friend was cracking me up because the friend was kind of a little more subdued. So as he saw stars, he was like, "Hey, so and so, I'm here. I will never
I
be here."
made it.
So he was calling,
That's
he was
crazy.
shouting Gary out through the whole game. And so it was quiet at one point, and he was like, "Gary, I want to see you after the game." And Gary's on the other side, on the sideline. And so he's like, "Okay." And he came over, and that's how I got my
That's what's up. Wow.
he
wow.
came over and he talked to him for at least 7 or 8 minutes.
That's what's up.
Wow.
Yeah. And
If
there
I
was
ever
like,
get rich, I will be that. I will be that accessible.
Talking about I'm that way already.
really?
So you give me some
I,
money, it's gonna be
I was
on.
gonna
Nah,
say,
I'll be
quiet,
hiding. I'll be hiding.
quiet
Listen,
as kept, Bub. I know
Right.
you Gary V already. Just
I was
so
like,
Right.
you
I'm like,
don't need no
yo,
dollars.
Mr.
And guess what? You too tall.
whatever.
You too tall.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
need a
need to
Kevin
cut about
Hart
5
around
inches
me.
off.
Yo, you gonna need to buffer him away, okay?
Let me
Oh,
put you on my hip. Come here.
that's true.
Let me come
So
here.
wait, let's jump back to a topic. I happen to know that someone on this panel has a blind date tomorrow night.
Oh
No, she
my
said
God.
she. Wait, I thought you. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm
We
confused.
got
Okay,
another one.
let's
She,
talk about it.
she, She's in the
She moves
mix.
fast. She moves
So she's
fast.
doing. Hey, you can't. That's that other brother's loss.
But
Not her.
pause,
Yeah.
hold on, pause. When she still have a blind date, Bub.
Yeah.
Blind dates. Don't mind her. She's not on the market. She doesn't understand Shy.
No,
Yeah.
but I cheer on. Don't get it. I understand. Trust me. But I'm gonna
Yes.
cheer you on. Like I'll give you some help. When you see him, what you want to do? What's up? What we wear?
Well,
What we doing?
I don't know. I just because he didn't see me today, so I probably just wear what I got on or change the shirt or something. I don't know.
Last
Yeah.
year, Shy had a Captain America suit on when I saw her. She had the American flag. She had a whole jumpsuit in the American
Yeah, I had
flag.
a whole jumpsuit, but
I
I'm
would
gonna come
recommend
to
you
the
don't wear that
restaurant.
tomorrow, though. Yeah,
No,
that
I'm
Was
was
it,
not
was
gonna
it
wear
for
that.
that
Halloween?
was the election day special.
Yeah, that was the
Okay.
lecture. I had the
Okay.
American.
Okay.
I got 12 onesies behind this camera, so I'm not gonna wear a onesie to the
Yeah. Not on the
restaurant.
first day. Not on the blind
Not on the
day.
first date.
So
Not
how did
on.
you get that? How did you get it?
Well, I'm
How did
gonna
you get
give
this
you a
blind date?
complimentary bottle of wine. Hopefully
Oh, I
that'll
hope
ease the
he show
pressure.
up. I hope
Oh,
he
so
Nah, you
comes.
blind dates
no,
at
you can't give
It's
them that.
it's
Hold on,
coming to
hold on. You got
Amarachi.
to. Mm-mm. You
it's
can't give them that. You got to give them the drink.
What's
Yes.
the
like a Legos
listen.
punch.
That's
That's
if
it.
she gives me the thumbs up. If she likes them
That's
and
what you
If
give
they're
it.
moving,
if he
then
comes,
she
he
just gotta give
better
me the
come.
sign. She just
And if
gotta
he
give me the
don't come, you
sign.
still need that drink. Every time my
Right.
friends said it when I was there, they said,
Right.
"What about this punch?" I said, "Ooh,
Ooh.
ooh."
Yeah, the Legos punch,
Ooh.
the Legos
Uh,
punch, or any of the coladas.
Yes,
The pina
Bree
colada was
hooked
my
me
drink.
up.
I probably had
Yo,
5 of
Bree
those
hooked me up today.
yes,
Bree
yes,
hooked
laid
me up.
out.
It was good. It was tasting
Yeah,
good. She
I
hooked me
thank
tell
you,
up
Bree
today.
thank
just to
you.
mix her magic. I don't even want to know what it is.
I don't know what
They
she put
love.
in it, but I was
No,
But
Bree.
I
yeah,
was like,
Listen, Bree is
Bree?
so good. She doesn't
Yeah.
like.
is Bree
It
my
got to
is
the point I can't even tell her what to make anymore. She's like, come
wait
on,
is
Right.
Bree was Bree
step
my
out the way,
waitress?
old timer.
Is that
No,
who you?
no.
Oh,
Bree at that time was doing just the day shift, but now she's gotten so good. I had to sprinkle her into the night a little bit, so the
okay.
nighttime customers are getting
Because
to get to
my
know Bree.
waitress took care, like she was making our drinks, and I'm not trying to be
Yeah,
funny. I don't know
you
who.
got the goat. You got the goat. The goat. You got
Yo, I was
MJ.
like,
MJ's
MJ?
the goat. Yeah,
Oh,
MJ's
so
the goat. Yeah,
MJ.
you got the
yo,
goat.
MJ is
Yeah.
is
MJ
my
made
personal
drinks,
favorite.
right? Everybody sauced them up, was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we
Yeah.
got a second round. The bartender made them, and it was like, who made
No.
these? She was like,
Yeah.
I got them.
Now,
I
let me
got
tell
you.
you
I'll be
something.
back.
She was like, give me those.
One of
Every
those.
time I see MJ, I have her make
Yeah.
me drinks, and I bring them home and put them in my freezer. I'm gonna show you something. This is how good she is.
And you know what's
Wow.
sad is that I asked the servers when you're serving, please allow the bartender to make the drinks. But you just gave a perfect reason why they complain that listen, sometimes I don't want the bartender making my drinks because they don't make
Right.
it the way I make it.
Right.
So
Baby,
I,
it's such
I
a
make
I
headache,
took
yo.
hood
Because it cuts
frozen
down
drinks
from the
out of
time they
out of
smell
my
each other.
Amarachi.
we'll wait for great.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You wait for
Wow.
great.
We'll
I like that
hold,
tag. I like that. I'm gonna use that.
we'll
Wait for
wait for
great,
great,
baby.
baby. Hold on. She was so good. Like I don't even know how the bill was
Wait for
settled.
the
There
great.
were men, there were men paying for our stuff. And I went to pay for it. They were like, she was like, it's taken care of. So I took my purse and all the cash I had in it. I just was like, here. And she started
Here. Oh
crying.
my
I was like, what
God.
you? I was like,
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, it was like 50. It might have been like $70 or something, but that's all the cash. You know, who carries cash? She was like, oh my God. Like she
Now
was
MJ's a really sweet
she knew
person.
everybody's name. She was like,
Yeah.
Erica, you want another one of those chicks?
you talk
Did it,
about a hard-working single black
man, let me
mother.
tell you
Like
Yes.
something.
that.
She
That.
was
And,
that
there on my speed dating. She was
yes.
there in my at my
Mm.
on my live with Major Hype. She was
Oh, she was
there.
there. Okay.
She
That's
was
what's
there.
up.
So
That's
she
what's
oh,
would
up.
be
that's
there.
what she said.
She know who I'm when I
Wow.
blind
That's
date
what's
she
up.
are.
That's what's up. I
Oh,
hope
She
she's
knows
watching. I
Drake.
hope
She
she's
knows
watching.
Drake.
so
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 she's
here's the
gonna
funny thing. She sent that to me, and I was wondering why when I saw you, why you look a little familiar, but I was out. She sent it to me, and I was like, what is this dating thing with
Major hype.
yeah, this
yeah.
crazy
Mm,
guy.
mm. I'm sorry I brought the waitress back up, but she was just I'm
No,
flying
MJ
back
is
to New
awesome.
York so I can go
Yeah.
eat like
Yes,
with her. Come on.
definitely.
Come on.
No,
Yeah,
she's
she's
Come on.
good.
She was really good. Okay,
yeah,
so
we have some really cool people. I just want to shout them out. They've got some
yeah.
really cool people that are with us
Definitely.
right now.
So you have a blind date. How did you get the blind date?
Well, his name is Dre, and I met him on Major Height. So that's where we'll be meeting tomorrow. Well, I seen him on, because the one that they matched me, he said I didn't,
Right.
he didn't like me. But the other one, Major Hype said that in the inbox. He sent me an inbox. He said you have to meet Dre. So the one that we're gonna meet tomorrow. We
Tomorrow
were
is Dre.
supposed to meet,
Dre, show
today.
up. Dre, yo,
Dre. His
show
name is
up now.
This is
Okay,
nice.
show
I
up.
must say, in my life, I've had one
Hello.
blind date. Hello, can you hear
We
me?
can hear you.
We hear you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had one
so
blind date in my life.
so we're gonna meet tomorrow about 5:30.
Give him the
Over
We
snapper.
didn't
there.
go to that.
He got to eat the snapper or something.
I don't
You
know.
know, that
He's
sound
gonna.
that sound very suspect when you said that.
The
What
way
the
he got,
snap?
yeah, he got eat the snapper, right? That didn't sound right.
No, the food. What? Okay, I
For
missed
me,
it.
because for
Wow.
me, I wasn't thinking of Amarachi. I forgot they go Amarachi. I was like, what? He's got to eat what? Okay.
The red snapper. Maybe I should have said red.
Oh, whose phone is ringing?
Mine.
Ayana.
Hold on, sorry.
Oh, because it's like we went quiet. We went quiet.
I
Okay.
know, and
So
now I can't
Sorry.
see none of y'all.
you can't
You
see
can't
us?
see us.
Mm-mm.
We see you perfectly.
Okay, then I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
You
don't
right.
care.
that
You right
wasn't
on
me
here.
though.
Clear as day.
It wasn't your phone.
Playing HD.
Maybe you were getting a phone call, Shy, and that's
Oh no. Oh, well, I see y'all. I don't see y'all.
Well, we see you.
we see you all up in the camera.
I'm all in the camera.
We see
Yeah,
Okay.
you.
we see you. We
Check
see
check
you.
your tabs. Check your tabs on your
So,
computer. So, what are
Yeah.
you guys doing for the weekend? We know Shy got the blind date. Ayana, what you doing? You
we
got
got
anything
another.
with the kids this
We
week with the
Of
football
course, there's a
team?
yeah, they won last week. I don't know. Remember the jackets? Did you see my
Yes,
picture, my
I
cover
saw the
page?
pictures. Yo, you are just the most amazing mom out there, man.
So the
I'm like,
jackets,
wow.
they
Like I feel like
came.
I'm watching
You want one
Saturday
now?
Night Lights.
But you want one now with your 5 because
Of
that's all
course.
it was. You want your
We
last
used
name on
to
the
have
back of your
stuff like
jacket.
that. Like we used to have bags and stuff with Adewumi Angels on them and JoJo and stuff.
Yes,
Yeah, we used to do all that when they were younger. And
but
now
but
they get
so
us right here.
they're in the playoffs now, right? That was the last regular season, so they're in the playoffs. Like I want them to win, and then I don't want them to win because if they don't win, then we're gonna go to Tallahassee to go see do a tour of FAMU, and see my brother. My brother's a basketball coach in Tallahassee,
Okay.
the a head basketball coach for the Tallahassee Community College or something like that. He left D1 as an assistant coach, so now he's
He
a
got
head
his own
coach.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah, because he needed to. He was a head coach before he went to D1, and then they boxed him in. Black man, let me tell you something.
Of course, man.
They just be. So I was like, it's okay. It's okay. Take a step back, out of there. Go run your program. So the next
Yeah.
time you go, they can't say you don't know D1 world.
Hmm.
You know that, but you need this. So anyway, but they live right there, so we can go do a tour of Tallahassee. I mean, FAMU, and then I want to take her to see Bethune Cookman and FAMU play because she's in a band, and our band is like an HBCU band, and I want her to see FAMU's band because FAMU's band is out of this world.
Yeah, they
So,
always have been.
and then yeah, and then and then my brother has 2 games. So he has a game Friday night and a game on Sunday. The FAMU game is in the middle. So if they lose, we get to go. If they win,
Wow.
she got to play. So I'm like, I don't want you to lose. She's like, it's my senior year, Mom. Don't wish that on me. I was like, oh well, I want to see
That's
my
what's up.
brother. Like, but so this weekend, tomorrow is the game, and then we do whatever we do on the weekend. I can't remember. There's stuff I gotta do Saturday, but it'll pop up in my calendar. But nothing, just what we do.
Donatello, what about you? What you doing?
Yeah,
What
let
you
me
doing?
live vicariously through the.
You
I'm
know,
sitting on row
the
4 of a
social life.
Knicks game, and it's like whatever.
Speaking of MJ, look, MJ's calling right now. She probably listen to it. Let me see. Go ahead, Dante. What we doing?
So, I don't really have any plans. We almost
Aw.
went to the game
What's up, MJ?
last night. But I had a headache.
I have my.
We
I'm
had
on my
season
show.
tickets, and so one young lady invited me to go to a protest on Saturday,
Yeah,
which
just talk to
I
them
don't want to
at the
go
job.
to. There's a huge protest
Talk to them at the job.
Hit
for
mute.
I'm at home. All right.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
Bub. Tell MJ we're doing our show.
yeah, I'm off. I'm off.
Okay.
How does your phone look
Okay.
like that? I was like, what
Listen,
is it? He
the
looks like a
goat,
cycle.
man. I got listen. The goat.
You
I
gotta
got to
take the
take the
goat's
goat
call. You
call.
gotta take the
I
goat's
got to
call.
take.
Okay,
You
okay.
don't even know
So
what it is.
protests.
So I don't really. I was invited to a protest on the 13th. Um,
Uh-huh.
it's kind of like a message to Biden about all the Haitians that are still getting deported. So that's what
Mhm.
that's about. Then
Right.
a chef sent me a DM to come um
Tasting.
to a restaurant kind of feature where they're cooking with marijuana, CBD or
Ooh.
Oh
whatever it
God.
is, you know, chef
Go,
lady.
go, go, go.
However, the tickets are 175. So
Oh
I
no,
finally
no.
said, you know, being what my platform is today, and I'm a hundred followers away from 20,000, I don't
Wow.
feel as though I I will be investing in those kind of meals right now. But
They
if you
have to
want,
be complimentary, my dear.
yeah,
But because when you
exactly.
invite me, you supposed to comp
But
that ticket.
so you know what's so
Right.
funny? That's the promo angle for the majority of the black and brown entertainment groups in the tri-state area. They send you an invite. They invite you to pay. And so I've got now that I've got my little numbers, I tell them I'm not paying anymore, you guys. I talk
First
about
of all, because
I,
I'm gonna talk about you. Yes. That's
yeah.
marketing 101.
Yeah, but you know,
Right.
the problem is, I shouldn't say problem, but you know, the fact of the matter is everybody believes their own publicity. And so if you have 1,000, 500, 400 people who come, you don't see the need to kind of give away. Oh, we lost our young lady. I guess she got a
She
call.
she'll come back. She was trying
Wow.
to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so
she couldn't
yeah,
get
you
into
don't
the feed.
Yeah, I don't really have any plans. Although I may send out a Hail Mary on my Facebook. I have driven my car and not paid attention, and it don't have a drop of oil. I got like a fatal engine warning, and I think
Oh.
it doesn't make sense to me because I've never seen anything my car flutter or anything, but it's cut off on me the other day. And then
Oh.
I live in a valet parking building, right? So now all of a sudden, when I went to talk to them, I'm like, I don't understand. I haven't had any car problems. Well, you know, for the last couple of weeks, when we try to start your car, the engine flutters. I've never experienced it. When I leave, I park, never at all. So there's a lot of people complaining that they're finding cigarettes in their car. It looks like people sleeping in their car. Um, you know, you go downstairs and somebody's car is running with the battery. So who the hell knows?
so you need to go get you some oil and put some oil in there and then
Yeah,
take it to the you have a
to
BMW to the
yeah,
dealership. You
abs-
trying to kill your car.
absolutely. No, my car wants to go to heaven already, like 5 different times.
Oh, oh.
It's a 2015. It's just like
It ain't time to
Yeah.
die, baby. You supposed to ride to it cannot die for oil. You better lotion that baby. You better put
Yeah,
some
you
yeah.
got
lotion
lotion. Lube it.
on the baby. Give a little
But you
lubrication.
guys, as much as I love talking to you, I am starving. I need something to eat.
You always hungry, girl.
Look,
And
I am right now ordering from Grubhub right now because we all stayed home today
oh,
Oh.
oh,
and we've
You're
nice.
eaten
sick.
everything in the house. The house is here.
And so I don't have my
Oh,
car.
y'all
Granted
didn't have
everything,
to. Y'all had no work or school. I mean, there was no school today.
Right.
yes,
It's a
no school,
holiday.
and we have our
Right.
Yeah,
little
not in
nephew with us
Texas. I
and
live in I
grandma
live in
with us.
Dallas. I live in
Oh.
Dallas. There was school.
Oh.
Yeah.
There was
So
school
Really,
for you.
no
yeah, my
veterans,
Wow.
huh?
oldest just came in, and then the other one's got to get picked up.
Oh,
And
swear.
not my oldest, my middle girl. Yeah, my husband just. That's when I got up to leave. I was like, she's there. But yeah, no. Yeah, we still live normal in Texas.
And I think I'm gonna do some Thai food tonight. Some
Thai
Oh.
curry
food,
basil.
Oh,
yum.
I love Thai food, but I get hungry like 30 minutes later. You know what happens?
We
I
gotta
sit
keep it
down
light.
in one spot when I'm working, and I don't want to take the time to cook. And then I
Well,
turn, then but I have a headache right now. It's probably this big old light, but
Well,
we yeah.
go get
So
your grub
just
on.
So
Get
listen.
your grub on.
I
everybody,
think
just
we
send me list of all the movies, please. Everyone, just send me
absolutely
Give
we
a.
everyone.
will set we will post the list of the movies you need to see.
Oh, but I
And
need to hear what
once you
happens
pick up your nice
tomorrow.
date, you got a nice
Yeah,
exactly. So you got to come back on and let us know how the date went, and
yeah,
Yes.
you got a bunch of movies to take your date to if everything works out.
yeah,
So that's
definitely.
our show for
oh,
this week,
you have an
y'all.
iPhone. You know, iPhone's latest iOS 15 update, you can FaceTime and share movies with anybody now. An
Really?
Okay,
Android user, anything.
You
okay,
can share a movie. What do you mean you share a
Yes.
movie?
So for example, Apple is trying to get in on some of this communication that people are doing on like,
Sade.
oh,
He hungry too.
oh,
nah, that's the baby girl.
Oh, she
yeah,
You know,
hungry.
so I
yeah,
think everybody's beginning to be super competitive, right? So on the iPhone now, you can schedule a FaceTime call with up to 20 users, whether they're
Mm-hmm.
iPhone or Android. You can
Mm-hmm.
send a link to
Link. My
someone
daughter did that to
where
me.
they can join the link call. So it's
Mm-hmm.
across all platforms, which is
Okay.
really kind of cool.
okay,
Um,
Sound,
but you just have
sounds
to be
good.
yeah, you have to be aware of some of the new features, the focus features. And I take a picture with you and you say you're around the corner, and I can pull up the actual GPS and see that you're exactly somewhere else. And if there are people in the picture with you, you can scan the image of the people in the picture to find out that's not your
That's doing too much.
That's
That
too
is
much,
yeah,
Big
doing way
Brother.
too much.
yeah.
that's
Right.
That's too much, Big Brother.
that's
And what
Exactly.
if I'm not
from around the
ready?
corner.
That is the metaverse already.
Yeah.
But
Already.
and they've already started. Well, they started the branding already, like immediately when they immediately announced it. And one of the things that I've noticed on with my Instagram, because I live and breathe it. Lots of times, even when I don't post, I'm engaging. And so I've started getting all these invites, and it took me a second to realize, oh, this is not spam mail because it's coming from Metaverse now. You don't see the Facebook um
Really?
Mm-hmm.
branding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so today it hit me. I was like, who are these fools? So they sent me, which is really funny. I didn't get the notification yet, but Instagram nominated me for something, and then I got an invite to attend some show that's coming up soon. And now the way that you use these vaccination cards are really interesting, because at the same time, my friend sent me a link to apply to be an audience member at the next BET Award ceremony.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
so in the actual application, you have to be 18 or older, but you put your name in. You have, excuse me, you have to verify and validate that you're vaccinated, right? And so they've got a third party system, a tech system that actually verifies the card. So I didn't know, if you're caught passing a fake COVID card, they've already made it a felony.
Yeah.
So I don't know if a lot of people know that,
Yeah.
because
Oh yeah, they
Wow.
do.
people are getting these fake cards like
Mm-hmm.
it's nothing, and I don't think they're thinking about the ramifications if you get caught. But it says in big bold lettering that presenting a fake card is a federal felony.
Wow.
It's a lot of people next summer not going to be outside.
They're gonna be with
Wow.
those PPP loan people.
Why would you want to pass a fake
So
What
they can live their
card?
life.
happened to your light? We can't see you, honey bun. You're
Why would they want to?
She put a filter or something on. There she
no,
go.
no. She just turned out a
Oh.
light.
Must be
Yeah, I
turned
thought
on.
we was going. That's why I'm sorry.
So
But
let me explain to you the benefits, why someone would want to have a fake card. And I'll tell you the number one reason. If you are terrified for your health and you don't want to get vaccinated, but you don't want to lose your job, you would
oh,
purchase you would purchase a vaccination card. And I've learned that even And it's not just the card. People are finding ways to be put into the national into the database.
Oh,
Mhm.
So, you know, you keep your job, you keep your benefits. You can now go outside without being
You go
harassed.
to the movies. You have to go to
Yeah,
Jersey.
I can't even respond.
and go
It's
to
like
movies.
the casting call. The casting call for this show literally has a third party, and you have to upload a picture of the physical card, both sides, or you take a screenshot from the Excelsior app.
So, guys, let me
Wow.
just ask you a $1 million question. Do you think this whole BS is gonna last 4 years? Because you know when the Republicans take over, they're not gonna do any of this. All this is going to waste.
I
Or
don't think it'll.
is there
I don't think it'll.
or is there gonna be another 4 years? Like I mean, the way they're acting, they're making it seem like this thing is a permanent thing, and they're investing in all this technology to try to make it
What
permanent.
is
But I'm like,
permanent?
yo, when the Republicans come, they're gonna throw away. They're gonna put this stuff in the garbage.
But do you think they're gonna throw away all the millions of dollars that are invested now into the travel? I don't think
That's
they're
what
gonna
I'm saying. They're
throw
gonna
that
throw
away.
away. They're gonna throw it all away.
Yeah,
I
I think
don't
so.
think so because
They're, they're
it's
gonna. It's freedom.
international.
Listen, people like freedom. They
Yeah.
like freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, true and not true.
Freedom trumps over
Republicans,
everything.
yeah, they just want to win. They're gonna do whatever it takes to win. They're gonna say whatever it takes to win, whether they believe it or not, because
Or
there's
not.
a whole lot of Republicans
Whether or
that
not
have
they do
vaccination
Remember
cards.
what they did with Obama? Everything Obama did, they literally tore it
Yeah,
apart.
Well, I
But
feel
it's
like
out
they
of
do that
spite. Even the
every
ones that were good things, they just did it just because that's just what they do.
but
Yeah.
that's what they do. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what
So
they
it's
do.
not whether it's a good thing or a bad thing or a
No, that's what I
valuable
said. I
thing.
mean,
It's
but that's what I'm like.
yeah.
These guys are going so hard on this stuff. I'm like, yo, these guys are just gonna burn it all up when they get into office.
But
Well,
what
you know
about
what? Hopefully they burn it up and the country's in a better state than
Yeah.
20 states now are their cases are rising again.
The pro-
it says today
I told you.
if you look in Citizens app, it's there's a slow, steep increase of COVID in New York City happening
not
right now.
What?
not only that, guys, but here we have the COVID,
And
right?
y'all the
Then we
strictest.
have inflation hitting,
Yo.
and then you're
Oh,
But
gonna
we
have
said that
and
hey,
a
then
month
and then we
ago.
have and then we have people out of work. So
and
we
the
have
supply
like a
and demand change.
trifecta. Exactly. We have
Supply.
a treasure trove of problems coming with no solutions in sight.
Right. It's gonna be a really funky
Oh my God.
But inflation was, we talked about that a month ago. Inflation
Yeah.
was
well,
going
It-
to happen.
but now
It
they're
started
finally
last
talking
year.
it. Yeah,
I
now
was
yeah,
gonna
they're
say we
finally.
knew it. Regular people
Yeah.
yeah.
knew it. It
Yeah.
didn't become an issue like
It,
anything
it is not on the
until
news yet. Hmm.
Well,
right.
it is because Frito Lay announced that they're going up 7%. There's another one that's going up 5%. I mean, they're already
Frito Lay doesn't even have stuff on the shelves.
yeah.
Right.
You
So
No,
they don't
they
even have
don't.
products.
Yeah.
So yeah, they gotta go
No.
up because they not
Yeah.
sell. They don't have
They're
enough to
not selling
sell
nothing.
because they
Right.
don't
Look,
have the
one
stuff.
one guy said it best. He said, whenever you go to a store, look up the price for a can of beans. If it's over $1, you're in
Yeah.
trouble. And sure
You're
enough,
in
I went to
trouble.
the store. A can of chickpeas is $1.66 now.
I'm
We used
so
to get
Yeah.
it
sorry. What size
79
is this
cents.
can? Because I got
A
them for
regular can.
45.
We over
I get
here
them for
at
45
Wegmans.
cents.
At Wegmans, it was
Yeah.
79 cents 2 months
Yeah.
ago. 79 cents because I went last
45,
month.
46,
It's a
56.
dollar 66.
yeah, well that's this is New York
And I
and
looked and I was like, "Is
That's
this organic?" No, no,
that's
this is the
that's
same thing
Jersey
I
too.
bought
That's crazy.
at
no,
seventy nine
that's
cents
here
two
in
months
Brooklyn
ago.
too.
That's
No, but you
crazy. I
know,
live off of chickpeas. I don't eat meat.
Yes,
So
yes,
when beans go up, that's a problem. That's why I keep
yes.
buying them. My husband talking about we got too many. No, we don't.
And
yeah,
No, we
then
well,
there's
don't.
a rotation of stuff that goes out every week. So chickpeas will be out this week. So then you
Right.
got to shift to like black
It's
beans,
black
and then by
beans
next
or
week
red
black beans will
beans.
be out, and then
Then
the
it's
chickpeas
red.
will
It's
be
the
in. Yo,
it, it,
it's you got to like do ring around the rosy with your food
yep.
now.
And it's
Yeah.
7 of us in this house. So we got to be able to feed a trove of people. We got a restaurant.
you know what's gonna
That's
be
right.
difficult if they start announcing this increase and people start hoarding when there's nothing to hoard already.
There's
The
nothing
supply.
to
Right.
hoard. There's nothing,
I was
and it's
thinking,
too expensive to hoard. It's too expensive.
I'm about to go hit up these bags of
There's no
beans too. We're
stimulus,
gonna get the
guys.
dry
Remember,
one.
during the whole thing, people had that $600 a week, so they could just go shopping. Well, guess
Oh,
what? There's no six
Do
hundred.
you know
There's no 900.
they're blaming the stimulus on the inflation because they're saying that I just saw it on the news this morning. They're
Oh
saying
my
that
god.
because there was so much, there's still money being pumped in if you have children under a certain age and make a
Right.
certain, so you're still getting something. But they're saying because there's so much money that's been pumped in, that's why there is low supply because all those people are buying stuff. I was like, that's not it.
That's
You
no,
not
it's
That's
can't.
it.
not
because
it.
That's not
the
it.
trucks weren't running and there's nothing to pick up and there's a backup at the export
At
import
the
dock.
like, and they blaming that on people not having jobs. No,
And
no.
people are lazy. They're giving out too much food stamps.
No, that ain't it. You still got
Yeah.
mortgage to pay. Food stamps don't
Shy,
pay
Right.
the
Yeah.
rent.
Yeah.
Right.
Shy, you about to make some enemies talking about food stamps.
Yeah.
Food stamps,
No,
girl.
I
That's the,
need
that's
them.
that's the Brooklyn Lifeline right there. That's the
Right.
Brooklyn
That's
Lifeline.
that's the five borough.
That's the
Yeah, I
lifeline.
need them.
But you
Oh
know,
my,
the thing about it too is you got these people who are being furloughed and the people who are losing their jobs because they're not getting vaccinated. And those same people in a couple of weeks are going to realize they don't qualify for unemployment. And that's when it's going to get
No, they
real
know now.
funky.
Trust me, they know now. That's
You know,
what that's
what?
that's
So there's
that.
something that was put on. A federal judge held to stay on the 100 people minimum or maximum mandate that
Yeah,
the Biden
but it still
administration put
doesn't
in.
protect against. You see, remember, small business hires the most people in the country.
Of
So
course.
Mm.
let's say I fired 10 people, right?
Mhm.
When they announced this thing in September, those
Mhm.
people till today have not collected $1 from the
Oh
government.
no, no, I
So
totally understand that. I wasn't
those are the
talking
people
about
that
that.
are really hurt by it
So
because
they
the
need to get
mandates,
their
like you
jobs
said, they're
back.
blocked. The
Yeah.
mandates, like the mandates, cover like and those people usually make more money too. We're talking like
Hmm.
the airline people, the
Yeah.
host, So
Yeah.
they didn't lose. They're not losing their jobs. But this
Right.
guys, the small business people, have already fired most of their people. Even though, mind you, I tell you, they didn't police this thing. They didn't know. They didn't police it.
Y'all would have to
But
find me
just
first.
off, and
Find
that's what
me.
they're doing. You see, that's what they're doing. They
Yeah.
say they know by him just saying it, people are gonna act. They
Yeah.
don't even have to. They even came out and
They
said
don't have a task force to
OSHA
find you.
exactly.
Right.
OSHA don't
No,
have the
you know what?
staff
You know,
to go check. They're gonna rely on people snitching.
business.
Right.
They're gonna rely on
They're starting to
snitching.
set up awards. It's gonna
That's
be
like Texas
exciting.
and abortions. You
It's
could go sue
Oh,
crazy.
somebody and you don't even know the person. I heard she got an abortion. You can go sue
right.
the doctor, the Uber driver, the this, the
Yeah.
that.
Right.
What?
It's down.
What are we doing?
We
Like
just a
it's
country of snitches?
crazy. It's
Right.
exactly. That's what Biden got us out here doing.
Talk about, yo, I know over there he ain't checking
Right.
cards
Yeah,
all
he
the
ain't
time.
checking cars all
He
the
ain't
time, so
checking no cards.
and then
Yeah.
boom, here they come.
Like,
So
oh
it's
my
just that's what I
gosh.
said. What I don't, we need to be focusing, and that's what I'm saying. This, they're talking about infrastructure, roads. Damn the roads. The economy has taken a hit. People are unemployed. With unemployment, you're not gonna have people buying shit. Like
But
this
see,
is a
here's the
much deeper
so
problem than an infrastructure bill.
but the unemployment, so there's a couple of things though. Unemployment is lower than it has been in a very long time. So
But you
they're
know
just
right.
why?
they're looking at, but they're just, because people are not applying for unemployment because they
That's
can't.
what I
Exactly.
was
They
gonna say.
know
Because
that
they
they're
can't.
not. They
But so
know they
all I was
can't.
saying is all they're doing is looking at numbers. That's like what corporations do.
It's
They literally look
crazy.
at what's printed and they don't look at people. So when
Right.
you're only
They
looking at
don't.
what's printed, you're not looking at people. You're like, oh, this looks great. The stock market is higher than it's been in 30 years, or some mess is happening right now.
Watch
Right.
when December comes and they talk about how this is gonna be the worst Christmas in sales ever. Ain't no
They
money
already
Right.
out
started
there.
talking about it.
Ain't
They
no
ain't enough to
money.
buy.
Ain't
They
no
ain't
Yeah,
enough
money.
to buy.
people.
I just saw some. They were like, average family is going to spend about $276 per person. I was like, where?
Yeah, they
Right.
said that they started like 2 weeks ago saying you should get your Christmas presents now.
Yeah, because they're
Right.
not going to be. Yeah. yeah, they're not going to be in time or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's like when you're top level, and I just remember just corporate America, they can go down and slash and furlough. They're looking at numbers, not people. And when you are looking at straight up the unemployment rate is this, or this is this, and this and this, and you're not looking at how people are being affected by the
Affected
decisions
by it.
that are being made, then that's a leadership flaw to me. So hopefully somebody will adjust that behavior and look at how people, because they're not
The
interviewing people
question
who
is
lost their
who, because
jobs.
we really thought the Democrats were really the ones to take a look at these things, but
I
they're
mean, I
not.
do. Let's not get it twisted. The Democrats have done. Why was there stimulus this year? That was a Democratic thing.
No,
You
no,
know
no.
that,
Listen, I'm not saying the
but
Republicans are going to. I'm not.
because they. Oh, I
Don't
was
get
gonna
twisted.
say,
I'm not
but
saying that them scumbags. They're the worst
no,
of
the
all
Democrats
time.
are too busy fighting each other. That's why that social program, the bill is not going to pass because the Senate is not going to allow it because of Manchin, because of the Democrats that are not
The
supporting it.
moderates. The moderates.
But see that's the thing. Republicans are Republicans all the
They
time.
vote in
It
line,
They vote in
lockstep
line.
and jaw.
Democrats is like, again, y'all
You
protest the
got
weirdest stuff.
progressives.
You you
Too
get
many,
it passed and then go do what you got to do behind closed doors, but don't let people suffer because you're not getting your way.
and
This is
nothing's gonna get
absolutely
done.
asinine.
Yep.
And so you're gonna be like, well, Biden didn't do nothing. No. Biden presented. You fools over here didn't understand the assignment. The assignment was to get it passed.
Right. That's
So that all this, man, I would. That's black people. That's black people. That's how we are
Amen.
as that's black people. We don't. We can't go like this because we too busy like this.
Bunch of
In,
kids.
in.
Kids.
Talking about it's
Well,
all about self.
on that note, my people,
yes. I
thank you. It's
gotta
been a
go
great
eat.
show. We'll see y'all next week before Donatello passes out. Thank you, Shy, Ayana, D.
It is dinner time for y'all or
It is
supper.
dinner time.
All
Yes,
right, y'all have a great
5:45.
one.
The supper.
Supper. All right, y'all have a good
All
one.
right.